I'm the head chef of the Modern Pantry. My name's Rob McCleary. We done an SRA audit and we actually realised how much weight of food waste we actually throw away. That's not just from plates of customers, that's from preparing vegetables and all things like that. Vegetable peel is a huge weight, hence why we got in contact with Islington Council, and they do a food waste scheme, so they supply us with bins and all things like this. So basically with certain food waste that you can't help but produce, at least we know it's going to be composted, which is then used, on farms and things like that, rather than it going to a big landfill site or an incinerator. Islington, they give you the bags and the bins for free. Last year, it saved us about £2,500. We use potato skins for staff dinner, but just to use that rather than it going in a bin, which are really heavy. We just deep fry them or roast them or spice them or make a hash out of them, and then that starts dinner, So that's a way of eradicating the waste because it's going to the staff. We're very lucky we have a shop on our restaurant, or a pantry should I say, and when we, for instance, like a butternut squash, we do some stuffed butternut squashes for the a la carte menu, and when you stuff a butternut squash you can only use the base, the bowl element. So then the whole top of it, I don't know what other places do, but we can make that into beautiful salads and they go into the shop and all things like that, so at least we know out of that whole butternut squash, we maximise the usage of it, and it's generating more money for us. They're these little pouches that are installed in our fridge that remove all the moisture out of the fridge. Moisture creates bacteria in fridges, which then destroys your food product. So for instance, just in the walk-in fridge, like the vegetables that you keep in there, they seem fresher for so much more, there's no moisture on them, and so they're not breaking down. After a year of opening, we realised our portion sizes were big, so over time we reduced sort of the quantity we were giving to people because we were just overfeeding people. So in doing that and creating a better sized portion, still keeping value for money, we reduced the waste that was coming off of the plate, and it's savings across the board on both fronts, from wastage to even buying food. There's a scheme now that the doggy bag boxes, which we implement, and it's a part of our restaurant running that every lunch and dinner we have a briefing before service, so we just always remind the waiting staff, look, we do have these boxes, ask if there's some food left on the plate, ask them if they're happy to take it home. I think a lot more restaurants need to be more aware of this. Obviously there are people starving, and when you see certain things you just think, you have no respect for food or where it come from. You just want to put a beautiful thing on a plate and charge an astronomical amount of money, and we're not about that at the Modern Pantry.